Morning, gang. It's Tuesday morning, Tuesday the 4th of August 2020. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from Lincolnshire and the Chapel Hill Marina. I've got a new light in front of me. I've just borrowed it actually from my nephew. It's a tiny little thing. Let me take a photo. I'll show you. And I just wondered if it looks any different to you this morning or not. I've got two settings. I've got the bright white setting or the sort of yellowy setting, which I don't like the yellow. Hang on a minute. There's a switch here. There we go. That's the yellow. That's a bit yellow, isn't it? If you see what I mean. But that's the bright white setting. I think that's pretty good, right? And the price of it, $11.99. You know, and I see these great YouTube channels spending vast sums of money on lighting and everything like that. Now, I've got two other lights in here, as given to me by my brother-in-law some time ago. But let me just show you the very small light that's directly in front of me today. There it is. That's it there. It's tiny. Absolutely tiny. And that's the one that's lighting up my face this morning. You may not notice any difference at all. You might think, oh, that's a little bit better, or that's a little bit worse. I don't know what you think, really. And there's two lights up there, which are larger ones, lighting up the backdrop behind me. But, Gary showed me this yesterday. I've got a little video, actually, from my nephew, Gary, who is Scrap It Man, to show you this morning, as well as pictures from JP, John Parrish, and also Paulie H, who has received his T-shirt in the post, boys and girls. If you want to see those, we require some likes today. I'm not feeling greedy this morning. 20 likes will get you those, okay? 20 likes will get you to see the pictures of Paulie H, JP, and a video from my nephew's brand new television production suite and tool man cave that he's got there. He's got a man cave as well, so you can see those a little bit later on in just exchange for just 20 likes. That's not being greedy, is it? Not greedy at all. So there we are. Good. Let's have a look. Yes, last night I went over to my nephew's and Gary showed me around. I've got the video to show you. Afterwards, the children wanted to watch, what is it they watched last night? Spider videos. They've got some very strange tastes. Spider videos. And one of these spiders, I think it's in some sort of, I don't know where it was. Where were they now? I can't remember where they were now, but these people were searching for these spiders. And they hide like this. And an insect, they hide underneath like they've dug a hole. And they're quite deep down, these things. They dug a hole. And when an insect comes past or something like that, they come out and grab the insect. So as far as you know, that just like a bit of grass, right? It's like a little insect goes past like that, and it pulls it into the hole. What if it must be a quick way to go? Thank God for that. But then catching in some sort of terrible disease, isn't it? Hey, to go suddenly like that. So it's going along like that. Insect comes along, and it pulls it in. Scary things. And then we decided to watch Frying Spiders. People that eat spiders. And this woman comes along, I don't know what country she was in, and she finds these holes. And these holes are quite substantial. You think that's been dug by a large spider. And you can't kind of prod them out because they're quite deep in. So she gets this wooden poking thing and starts destroying the hole, basically going around the outside of the hole, making it bigger and bigger, and eventually you see the legs of this black spider there. Oh, don't start moaning, that blooming thing over there. You see the legs of this black spider there, and then she starts poking it, and it comes out, and she grabs it. Oh, it's horrible, and she's going like this with the legs, because obviously it's going to... Looks like it'd be a biting spider because she's really nervous about grabbing this thing. And she grabs it like this, grabs it, and eventually she gets it in a certain way where it can't bite. And she puts it in a little plastic bag, right? And then she goes further into the hole and gets the egg sac. There's a little white like thing what's covered in some sort of web type material. Oh, it's horrible. And she collects, I think, about 3 or 4 of those spiders and the 3 or 4 egg sacs. And then she cooks them. Looks like she boils them, actually, in water. They look like they're still alive. Awful way to go. Awful way to go. Look like they're still alive. She puts them in this water and cooks them. And she puts the whole egg sack in as well. And puts that in this water stuff for a little while. And then puts them on there. Thank you to Peter Wright there. Good morning, Peter Wright. Thank you very much for the super chat. I'll just come to that in a moment, Peter, if you don't mind. I'm just going to finish this story here, dear. And then she starts eating them, and she's oh God, no! And then she opens this egg sack, and there's all these like goldeny amber-coloured eggs in there. A little bit like, you know, those vitamin capsules, cod liver oil capsules, those like yellow. They're just like that, and she eats them. Oh, not my cup of tea, dear. I mean, give me a nice carrot any day of the week. Nice little slice of cucumber or two, piece of lettuce. Or how about a can of Cross and Blackwell baked beans? Oh, yes. Very, very strange. Anyone watch the spider video? We've got a spider story coming up. Let me just give Peter Wright a couple of raffle tickets. The Super Chat raffle, which is on Thursday this week, boys and girls. Every time you send a pound tip, I'll give you a free raffle ticket. That's for one of these this week. This is the last blue one. Although I have confirmation that the new hats have arrived at the studios in Bracknell. Okay? New hat, different colours have arrived. So this is the last one of these. I don't know if I've ordered another blue one. There's certainly other colours, and they will make an appearance for you on Sunday's Bingo show this week, all right? By the way, if you're new to the show, a very warm welcome to you. We do this every morning, sort of 8:45-ish time, usually, Monday to Saturday. Sunday night, we have a bingo game. Sunday, we have 6 bingo games on Sunday night. If you'd like to join us for the bingo, you need to register first. You need to let me know that you want to play the bingo. And if you do, just send me an email to that address there saying, please add me to the bingo with the email address. And I'll be happy to do that for you. Preferably a Gmail address. Okay, preferably Gmail. Certainly not Hotmail, Live, or... I can never remember all 3 of them. Hotmail 931 and 932, Peter. Hotmail, Live, or Outlook. Not those 3, because they really don't work very well at all for some reason. They just don't get the emails. We're blocked somewhere along the line. Not me, the email company, so we can't really use those. Gmail works very well, as long as you remember to look in all your folders, okay, because they can arrive anywhere. So that's on Sunday night at 8 o'clock. And talking of nighttime fun here on this channel, tonight, of course, is quiz night. Quiz night, 8 o'clock tonight, boys and girls, right here where you are now, okay? Just go to this channel, 8 o'clock tonight, and you'll find a quiz. Goes on for about an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and a half altogether. 5 rounds. We've got a current affairs round, as written by me. There is a children's round, really easy. There's a picture round. Now, what's the picture round today? Oh, shall I have a quick look? Hang on, let me have a look. Let me see if I can. Yes, I can see it without you seeing it. Oh, yes, a picture round. I don't know what that is. I think it's things from films. I think it's things from films. I can't remember now. Have I got the book here? No, I haven't got me writing here. Okay, so that's tonight. And, of course, there is a music round, me playing badly on the piano, and a general knowledge round, which is the hardest one. Okay, so that's tonight at 8 o'clock on this channel. Good. Let's have a look at some of your who's here this morning, incidentally. I want to see if anyone noticed the lights at all. Good morning to George Bonds. Morning, George, who's off fishing today. Jason Hughes, hello to you. There's my nephew, Gary Butler. Morning, Gary. Michael Pullman in Australia. Morning. Peter Wright's here as well. Good morning, Peter. Mike Reese Ponto. Good morning, Mikey. Morning to Heidi Young. Hello to you. There's Denise. There's our lovely Fran Green. Fran, I am pleased to tell you that your item went off yesterday. Was it stickers? I think you had stickers. Well, stickers went off yesterday. All right, my love. So maybe today. Definitely, I'm sure, definitely tomorrow. Post seems to be doing a lot better now than it was, doesn't it? It's moving a bit quicker now. Morning, Fran. Hello to Denise. Morning to Denise. Head of Animal Welfare and Ducks on this channel. Morning. Hello to Mick Davenport, Head of Baking on this channel. Good morning to the lovely Heidi Young. Morning, Heidi. Hello to Gary Davidson. Peter Wright, who is, of course, Head of Cleaning and Kettles on this channel. Peter Wright has a new job, Head of Cleaning and Kettles. Jason Hughes, hello to you. Mr. James Humble, good morning. Goose. That's what we want. Goose. What was that thing? Was there a goose walk or something? What does that mean, you've been goosed? Or it might be something rude, is it? Been goosed. I can't remember what that means. I'm sure it means he's been goosed. Or she's been goosed. That means something. I wish I'd looked it up before I said it now, to be honest. It might be something rude. I don't know. Hello to Andy. Morning to the lovely Diane Jeb. Good morning, Diane. John Aitken. Hello to you, sir. Scrolling quickly there. Morning to Shania Steele, head of the Catholic Church on the Isle of Wight. There's the delightful Mandy Davenport, who's head of Pain and Suffering on this channel. Yeah. Gary Ross. 2 tickets, Gary. 2 tickets, Darry. Tony King. Christopher Woodhouse. Nice and early this morning. Hello, Christopher. All right. Is that everyone now? Let's just scroll quickly down and get those names in there. The name checks are early today. Amelia Dodd. Good morning, Amelia. She won the... Oh, was that you who won the cup? That's in the post office. That was taken away from me yesterday. Maybe you'll get that today, maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, who knows. Oh, but just do us a favour, people, will you? You know, if you win something and it doesn't arrive the next morning by 7 a.m, please don't send me a message. Oh, I won something yesterday, 3 hours ago, and I still haven't got it yet. For Christ's sake, give it a week or two. Dear me. Honestly. No patience, some people. These are the same people, no doubt, that stand at McDonald's and get very upset if they don't get served within 3 seconds. Bit of patience there. A bit of decorum on the channel, please. But the decorum as well. All right. Good. Any mention on the lights at all? Looking for positive comments this morning? No, not really. You probably haven't even noticed it. But it is a lot easier because now it's on a switch. I don't have to charge any batteries or anything like that. I think this works very well, this light there, I must say. Goosed means to poke a person. Oh, does it really? Is that what it means? To startle them in the bum. All right. Fair enough. How are we doing on likes this morning? We want 20 likes today. We've got 11 likes so far, boys and girls. Don't forget, we've got pictures of Paulie H to show you. Some pictures from JP, 2 pictures from JP. And we have, he's got his own designer underwear. JP is showing you this morning his own designer underwear. So if you want to see that, we need 20 likes for that altogether. And also a video as round my sister's house yesterday. All right, thank you, Peter and Gary, for the comments. I think we'll order one of these lights, actually. As I say, they're only £12. They plug into the USB. Or if you don't want to plug it into the USB, you know. Sometimes it's, when you start plugging all sorts of things into USB, there's only so much power there. And it can start affecting other stuff on your computer. But you could always just use like an iPhone adapter, you know, and plug it into that and plug that straight into the electrical socket. There's a little bit of technical help for you, boys and girls. No additional, no £2.70 fee from me. Certainly not. Okay. Now we're talking spiders. Tesco's. Oh my God, blimey. We always worry about escaping spiders, Amelia Dodd. Do you like spiders, Amelia? Do you like them? I don't like them. I don't like any spiders. A good spider is a dead spider. I'm sorry, that's how I am. That being said, right, if there is a really small one and it's in the house, I will leave it. Sadly, and this is very, very sad, boys and girls, I do feel a tear come into my glass. Was that being one used? A tear come... Sticking together, that is. A tear come into my glass eye. There's a little tear come into my glass eye because yesterday afternoon I detected in my bathroom a little spider. It was a tiny little thing. That big. And I'm talking here. It was the tiniest spider ever in the entire universe and world of spiders. And there, just a little bit, again, not much, a little bit in the corner of my bathroom window here at the Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex. You know, quite frankly, they're quite lucky to have me here. You know, I think Sylvie, queen of all caravans, you know, I think she tells all her friends that there's a huge international star staying on her site. I think I am the talk of the caravan site. I am. They're all. I know I am. You know, often I'm walking around and I can hear people talking about me. Oh Christ! Quickly, there's that strange man over there. You know. Anyway, so I'm in the toilet yesterday afternoon and I spotted this. Like, it was a tiny little spider. I thought, oh, I've got a little friend, so I leave it. And then last night, got back from my nephew's house and was having a wee there. And when I stand, I can see out the window. You can't actually, it's a frosted window. You know, what pervs, for example, what pervs, people like Nick Davenport looking in people's bathroom windows. You know, Jason Hughes does that sort of thing. He goes one stage further. He's got binoculars. Binoculars looking in people's windows. Jason Hughes, that is a fact. I've been told it by my friends in the police force. They're trying to catch him, but he's very quick with those binoculars. He sees the policeman coming. And he sees the policeman. Yes, very, very dodgy indeed. So I went back in there, you know, about 2 o'clock in the morning. Woke up and had a wee in there. Came back this morning. I'm looking for it. Where's the spider? Oh. And at the bottom of the windowsill, there's the little spider with its legs up in the air, not moving. And it's tiny, this spider. Why did it die? Maybe no flies. I didn't kill it. Maybe no flies in there. Very, very sad. I was sad. Oh, there's that tear again in my glass eye, darling. I was so sad earlier. I filled up an entire cup. Look at that. An entire cup with tears. Can you see them there? And I'm going to drink it today. I'm going to drink that cup of water when it comes to pills time at 10 o'clock in memory of that spider. The sad thing is, I don't think it had any friends. Who's going to go to its funeral? Does it deserve a proper burial outside or down the toilet? Can't decide. But I wouldn't be the same with one of these. In the Sun this morning, Tesco's has launched we get these stories so much, spiders in supermarkets. Tesco's has launched an investigation after the world's most venomous spider was found crawling around a store in Hampshire. Well, that's practically next door to Berkshire, dear. What if that spider had escaped? Oh, it might have children. What if the spider had children and they escaped? They escaped from the supermarket, right? Walked down the various motorways, down up the M3 and across to on the Bracknell Road to my house. I nearly gave you my address then. To my house. What would happen then? And broke into my house, waiting while I'm doing my programme. And they'd wait for a moment. I think these particular spiders like a little bit of exposure. Do you like a little bit of exposure? You should get yourself an OnlyFans account then. OnlyFans. I'm thinking of setting one of those up. OnlyFans / Chris Reardon UK. What do you think? Does that work? I could do private videos. Anyway, Tesco's has launched an investigation after the world's most venomous spider was found crawling around a store in Hampshire. A store worker from Portsmouth was unpacking boxes of bananas. Banana! Unpacking boxes of bananas imported from Colombia when he made the horrifying discovery. Captured on the worker's phone, the spider is seen crawling from under some shelves at Tesco Extra in Havant. The arachnid is thought to be a Brazilian wandering spider, or murderess as it's commonly known. I wonder why it's called a murderess. However, this is yet to be confirmed by an expert or Tesco's. The clip, captioned "Tesco's finest," shows the spider lurking in boxes of fruit after they are unpacked. Lurking. Who does lurking? Mike Rees-Ponto, do you do lurking at all? Do you ever go lurking? Who's doing the lurking? They zoom in to reveal the massive, creepy crawly which waves its front legs menacingly. I think Katie Price does that, doesn't she? She finds another young lad that she fancies, lays down on her back and waves her legs menacingly at them. The action is said to be a warning sign in Brazilian wandering spiders, which signifies they are about to attack. Another image posted by members of the staff showed a spider up close with its multitude of beady eyes glaring at the camera. Oh, I don't like them. I really don't like them. There's the pictures, I have to say, the pictures of it aren't particularly clear. These particulars in Tesco's. I'll do one and show you. Oh, it looks horrible. Looks horrible. Thank you, Gary. Oh, it does look. Oh, I wouldn't like to meet up with one of those in my bedroom corner at night, would you? Look at it, waving its little legs in the air. Evil things, disciples of the devil himself. The spiders like that, they come from hell, you know. They don't live on this planet. Every couple of years, the doors of hell open and millions of spiders jump out quickly in the 3 seconds that the doors are open, and they reside on this earth, upsetting people like me, dear. Me and you. But talking to Katie Price, she's had a bit of bad luck, and I don't wish this on anyone. You know, do I like Katie Price? She's just another person, neither here nor there. Do I like the fact that she's on the telly all the time with all these people with absolutely no talent whatsoever? No, I don't like that. Because there's talented people, young and old, who should be on the telly. But no, we have more reality TV shows. Oh, A Life in the Day of Katie, what's her name? Katie Price. I was going to say Katy Perry now. Has she stopped crying yet? I don't want Brexit. Oh, I can't cope. Poor old Katie Price travelled to Turkey for a relaxing getaway with her family. Things quickly turned to disaster as she broke both her ankles while on holiday with her new boyfriend, Carl Woods, who's about 20 years younger than her. Lucky cow. Oh, sorry. The reality star, who's 42, shared a clip of her trip to hospital on Monday as she writhed in agony. And she cried out, "It hurts. And somebody help me," as medics tended to her injured feet. I'm going to show you the picture of the feet, and I'll say no more. Notice the position of the feet and the legs in their usual position. Aren't we awful, dear? It's you, it's not me. It's you making me like this, you know. She was rushed to A&E in Turkey last week for emergency surgery after doctors realised the extent of her injuries. I mean, I don't wish that pain on anyone, really. The TV personality had to spend a night in hospital after fracturing both ankles. Was she swinging from something? How did she do that? Must be something new she's trying. Let's find out. She jumped off a wall at the holiday theme park Land of Legends. Well, I've never heard of that. Katie posted a video online from her stint in hospital as she got her feet bandaged up by medical staff, and she cried out from the horrendous pain. I should imagine something like that really hurts. As the doctors attempted to reposition her broken leg, the former glamour model, i.e. stripper, yelled out, "Help, ouch, it's hurting me," and pleaded with the staff to operate on her. He's probably trying to get a free face job from it, maybe. I don't know. The journey to recovery will be long, and she won't be able to walk for 3 to 6 months. Gosh. Is that how long it takes for ankles? According to doctors, she will need pins in her feet, which undoubtedly be another agonising experience. What an awful thing to happen. What's she jumping off walls for? More likely she's jumping on someone on the bed. I wonder if it was the boyfriend or someone else. Katie thought she might have to cut her holiday short to head home with her Love Island beau, Carl Woods. Did we have a look at him the other week? Oh, let's see if we can find him. Let's see. I bet he's really young and gorgeous. She gets him, didn't she? She gets him. Here I am, struggling to find anyone, dear. One moment. Carl Woods. Oh, there. Oh, yeah, it's pretty boy Carl Woods. Oh, is there a picture of him on his own? Or he's always with her, isn't he? There's always a picture of her in it all the time. There. Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, I can see. Is that him? Carl. Well, you can understand it now. Just a moment. That's a bit better. I think I might have showed you a picture of this the other week, but there we go, lads. Here we go, girls. Are you ready? Oh, yes, dear. Yeah, thanks very much, darling. What's he doing with her? Come on. Hello, Carl. I'm just going to put that. I'm going to pretend that he's with me by leaving that picture on and pulling it in my pocket next to my heart for a while. Oh, dear. Well, that must be awful pain. Has anyone broke their ankles at all on here? I can't think of anything. I don't know what happens there with whether or not it's a painful thing to do or not, really. The worst thing I ever had was my burst appendix. Oh, Christ, the pain, dear. The pain on that one was always. Anyway, let's read a couple of your messages here, boys and girls. Good morning to Ray Reynolds. Morning to you. Morning to Ray. Morning to 8:15. Joining us this morning. Morning to you, sir. Amelia says spiders are okay. Don't mind dealing with them and putting them outside. But saying that, Joey doesn't like them. He would hoover them up. Do you know what I think you should do, Amelia? For a laugh, get some spiders and put them in Joey's bed. And could you film that, his reaction? We'd be very pleased to show that for just one like. Joey being absolutely terrified by spiders. Thank you very much. I think you should do that immediately. Morning to Heidi Young. LaBelle, good morning, LaBelle. Your host of your coat of many colours. Joseph. Sorry, he was Jason's favourite son. Joseph, he was someone's favourite son. You know, coat of many colours song, as sung by Jason. Oh Christ, what's wrong with your head this morning, Jason? Too many broken hearts. Oh, Mum, I can't get names this morning. Jason, what's his name? He was in Neighbours. I'm sure I've got this dementia thing. The spider was a male, was it? Right, okay. What's that got to do with anything then? The spider was a male. Thank you, Parkness. Good morning to Parkness this morning. Spiders and chips. Christopher Woodhouse, that sounds like something you might like to try, Christopher. Spider and chips. Mike Responto, Havant is not far from me in Portsmouth down there. Well, it could be on its way to you at the moment then. If it's got babies, dear, beware. Keep your doors and windows closed. It's bad enough the wasps flying in. Don't want spiders flying up there as well at the same time, my love. Awful. Morning to Mark Jones. Good morning, Mark. Morning. Nice of you to make it to the show at last. He's been very, very busy at work. Haven't you, my love? Very, very busy at work. Peter is tea break. Oh, yes. No more pictures of you cleaning. Have you done any pictures this morning? Anything that might interest us rather than just pictures of your sad, lonely room? You know, and that awful carpet on there? Is there anything else going on in your life other than cleaning that room? If so, please send pictures. Got some nice pictures for you this morning. 2 from John Parrish coming through. 1 from Paulie Hates on an excellent video, as created by me, from last night of my nephew's studio. Do you want to see them? I will require 20 likes. We have 17 at the moment. Only 3 more required. Likes are the little thumbs up thing. I'm ever so sorry. I've got the most dreadful frog in my throat this morning. Keeps clamming up inside. You know what I mean? Keep having to do that. I keep reaching across here so you don't hear it like this. Won't stop. Might be pollen, mightn't it? Sometimes affects that sort of thing. Morning to Mark Bowles. Hello to you. Peter Wright's got 2 rooms, right? Mark Bowles is just letting Peter know he's not going to be here next week. Peter, you know, can I just ask, you've gone on and on over the last several shows about the fact that you're not going to be here at the bingo on Sunday. Why do you think anyone is remotely interested in that? Can I just ask that question? Have you not worked out that if you keep saying the same message, it gets ignored? Have you not worked that out yet? And that doesn't go for you or some other people as well. They say the same message time and time again. No one's remotely interested in whether you are here or not on Sunday. If you want, I'll help you and remove you now from the bingo system. Would you like that? Then you haven't got to tell me. I'll do it. Do you want me to do it? Shall I do that now or what? Just let me know and I can do it now. And then perhaps we can move on to something more interesting instead of the fact that you're not going to be here on Sunday night for the bingo. Talking of bingo, anyone else that wants to be added to the system, just let me know. Send us an email and that'll be fine. You should have had your bingo ticket this morning. I was a bit late sending them out this morning, but we're playing one game of bingo this morning at 10 o'clock, okay? Oh, now he's going to be here on Sundays. It's just like not really important, is it? You know? Please stick to interesting comments in here rather than stupid comments and suggestions. If I can just request that. God, oh, he hasn't got a dungeon, has he? Oh, don't make me feel ill. You haven't got a dungeon in there, have you, Peter? Oh, that's scary, that is. Oh, Peter's not far from Portsmouth either. Well, thank God I am. Jason Donovan, thank you, everyone. Jason Donovan. That's the lad who I worked with once. He's a nice chap, very nice chap to work with, actually. Jason Donovan. Yeah, he was nice. Morning to Luke Trott. Good morning to Luke. Morning to Luke. All bingo inquiries, please ring the help desk. No, we're not. If anyone has trouble with bingo tickets, it'll be done by email now. We've gone past that now. Everyone is working. Don't seem to be having any problems anymore since we sorted that out. Okay. Have you ever? Would you like the thought of living in a forest? Hang on, have I done everything on this list here? Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, yes. Oh, I know what I meant to say. I went for a little walk yesterday, not too far. About an hour. I did about 6,500 steps yesterday. And on my walk, you may remember, about 6 months ago, I told you there was a bungalow for sale. Anyone remember that? And it's right next to the river, literally. The river's there, the river with them, and it's not far from here. You go around the corner, and it's in a position that's very quiet, except for the road. There's a road that goes past it, and when for the caravan, not this caravan, yes, this caravan site, it's just a road that goes along there, and then suddenly turns right. They're sort of just off the corner there, right? And it was for sale last year, and I thought, ooh, because it's on its own. It's detached. I haven't really got anyone around you. Backs onto a field, although there's a bit of a hedge there. Now, whether the hedge is the farmers or the gardeners, I don't know. The hedge was very close to the back of the property, and I kind of thought, oh, I don't know about that. But I discovered today that it also comes with half an acre of land, which must be to the side that you can't see from the road, I would guess. So the river's here, right? And the bank's there, and then there's there's a road, right? How can I do this so you can see it? Yeah, okay. So the river's here. Say that's the river, right? That's the river, okay? Then there's the river bank, and the road's like that, okay? And then it goes down, and there's the bungalow. River comes over, that bungalow's going to be the first one to get it. Believe me, right? Okay? So that's the worry. That being said, Sylvie, who is queen of all caravans, and owns this site with her delightful husband, Alan, they've told me before that that river has not flooded for 75 years. Okay, so that's what put me off. Because back in January, that river was almost over on more than one occasion. It was so high. It was really high. You know, if that's the edge of the thing, then the river was just below it there. But it never did it. It never happened. And that's what put me off. Plus the fact that there was a hedge right behind. And I thought, oh, you know, you're looking out the window onto a hedge. And if you've got something blocking out the sunlight, of course, or on the other side, often you get green stuff growing on it. And it's lots of maintenance and all that. So I thought, oh, I don't know about that. Anyway, so yesterday I was on this walk. And opposite this house, this little bungalow, on the other side of the road, sitting on the river, was a couple, a little bit older than me, perhaps, probably early 60s, maybe late 50s, early 60s, and they were surrounded by a family of swans. There was Mummy Swan there, or at least that's what they told me. It was Mummy Swan. Daddy Swan had gone off somewhere, you know. And there were 4 of the most beautiful grey cygnets. Grey browny colour they were. I think they were grey. Were they grey? They were grey. There were 4 of them there, and they were sitting with them. Now again, chucking a bit of bread out. And these cygnets, and Mummy Swan was quite happy to be sitting, like, literally next to them. Amazing. And I was having this chat with them, and are you from around here? Oh yeah, we just moved here. I said, is it you who's just bought the bungalow next door? It's not a new one, because I think it was an old boy lived there. He may have died or moved on, I'm not quite sure, but it's an old bloke that lived there. And they said, that's right, yeah, we came up from Colchester in Essex. And they saw this place and just bought it a few months ago. I didn't actually look inside at it. I was tempted. The proximity to the river put me off a bit. I thought, oh, you know, you could probably, maybe you can or maybe you can't get insurance when you're that close to a river. But even with insurance, you know, the last thing you want to do is wake up and you're wading through water and all your stuff is completely destroyed on the lower floors or higher up, you know, if it goes that high. And that's what kind of put me off, really. But I said, did it worry about the river? And they said, yes. They said, but we found out it hasn't flooded in a long time and we're prepared to take the risk. So, fair enough. But I had a nice chat with them. I must have been shorting for them 10, 15 minutes, you know, on there. And they were glad they made the move and what have you. And where he was, there's a little sign saying private fishing. And I said, is this your bit of land as well? He said, yeah, I bought the fishing rights to the bit directly in front of his house. I said, oh, but that's nice. So you own that as well? Yeah. So they're the only ones to fish. They're allowed to fish there. I gather from not this caravan site, from the other caravan site, people used to know the older bloke who lived there, and they'd come and sit there doing fishing and that. Well, this bloke don't want that, and they've been back a couple of times now and said, well, the other bloke used to let us look. No, this is my land now. Don't want you on it. You know, screaming and shouting, bringing their girlfriends and all that. And oh no, dear, we like a bit of peace and quiet. So it was nice to talk to them. Yeah, and they were quite pleased. They were trying to get it done up, but unfortunately, as the deal went through and they moved in, lockdown happened, so they haven't been able to get anyone in to do any work like painting or anything like that, unfortunately. But it was nice. Nice to talk to them on my little travels yesterday. And whether you want to live by a river, how about in a forest? Would you live in a forest? I would love to live in the middle of a forest. I would. I mean, where my house is down in Bracknell, I'm surrounded by pine trees, but I'm not actually in a forest, if you see what I mean. With like paths and leaves on the ground, you know, sort of thing. Anyway, in the Daily Mail this morning, a farm worker who was 40, who was feared to have been murdered 5 years ago, has been found alive living in Cambridgeshire woods. It was revealed today, or yesterday. This bloke, Ricardos, who's from Lithuania. I love that name. Lithuania. A farm worker, Ricardos, who's from Lithuania, made what police described as a very well concealed home for himself in deep underground off a residential street in Wisbech. The 40-year-old had gone missing in September 2015 from his work at a leek farm 20 miles ago in Chatteris, with detectives fearing he'd been murdered. What for leeks? I don't know. Concerns for his safety had been raised the previous month when it was suggested he was being exploited, and a murder investigation was launched in November 2015. 31-year-old man from Wisbech was arrested on suspicion of murder and taken into custody, but later released with no further actions. 2 areas of wood have been regularly used by Eastern Europeans living in an array of tents and makeshift shelters over the years. It's sad, really, when you think about it. You know, these people come over here to work, you know, pick stuff like leeks, and they live like that. It's believed other men sleeping rough in the 2 areas either didn't know of his existence or were seemingly unaware that he was supposed to be dead. Residents of the street today spoke of their anger about rough sleepers and gangs of street drinkers congregating in the woods and causing a nuisance, and no doubt leaving all their rubbish there as well. I bet they did as well. One group of lived in the woodland owned by the National Trust were successfully evicted last year, leaving behind piles of debris which had to be cleaned up by council workers. There you go, see? Why do they do that? On the other hand, what are they supposed to do with the rubbish? I suppose they would be saying something like that, wouldn't they? It's like all the gypsies come along, don't they? You know, I don't have a problem with people, but why, oh why, do they leave all the rubbish there? They would say, well, what are we going to do with it? There's no bins on a field that they've just moved on to, I suppose. Oh, dear. But there he was, living in a forest. Would you like to live in a forest? I'd love it. I'd love it. Wow. Living in a little forest. Let's have some of your messages then. How are we doing on likes? Oh, we got 20 likes. I'll show you bits now. Oh, is he moaning again? Oh, Peter, you're moaning again. Go and have a cup of tea, love. I'm getting on my bleeding nerves again now. Go and have a cup of tea, Peter. There we are. And time out. Come on. Why isn't that working? My timeout's not working. Put user... There it goes. You've gone in to go and have a cup of tea, Peter. Stop moaning all the time. Just a little bit of advice here, Peter. You'll notice some people on here who just say hello at the beginning and goodbye at the end, and the occasional message comes through. Do you notice they never get attacked? They behave themselves. Just sit there quietly, joining in now and again. Michael Pullman, have you ever heard him being attacked? No, he just sits there and makes the odd, interesting comment, you know, and that's it. That's it, you know. But it's just on and on about you not being here Sunday for your bingo. Why? We're not remotely interested, dear. Not remotely interested in any aspect of your life. I'm sorry, we're not. And it's not just me, is it? I mean, you've got a good friend in Mark Bowles, of course. I think he quite likes to be friends with everyone, Mark Bowles, actually, you know. Trying to increase his circle of friends. Because it's the circle of life. And the circle of life, it's a new beginning. That one. Is the field going to be a housing development? Who knows? Heidi Young, not flooded in years, so she reckons no worries. But you know how high that river was, Heidi. It's a nice place. But the other thing that bloke told me with the bungalow is that it comes with, I think, 1/2 to 3/4 of an acres of land, which I couldn't see, and outbuildings. So next time I go up there, and I know them now, so I expect to be offered in for a cup of tea. You know. Hello. Oh, I'm ever so thirsty. I might go back to the cabin. Oh, come in for a cup of tea. Lovely. I can see that. I can see that on the horizon there. All right. Mark's looking for his violin. Oh, you don't need to do that, Mark. Just ask Shania. She's very good at violining. Karen, we don't care whether you're going to be here or not. Please make yourself useful and put the kettle on. A forest is full of creepy creatures. Creepy creatures. Yeah, but Denise, you'd be okay with that because you are head of animal welfare on this channel. Good morning to Maureen texting in this morning. Maureen watching on a large television screen in London. Morning to you, Maureen. What else are we saying here this morning? Morning to Daniel Woodhouse. There's Daniel Woodhouse. I've come on and it started already. Oh, don't worry too much. I might just keep timing out Peter Wright this morning just for a laugh because it amuses me. I think every time he comes back, I'm going to time it out this morning just for a laugh. Now, where are we? Let me just write this down before I forget that. There we are. Got our bingo game coming up in half an hour. All right, our permanent daily bingo game coming up in half an hour. What else have we got here? Workers. I mean, I quite like practical jokes, but sometimes people do it a little bit too far. In the Metro this morning, here's a story from Australia. A factory worker There's one, I don't know if it was a practical joke or it looks more like harassment. Factory workers run harassment came after jealous colleagues put poo, I mean, this is just vile, in her lunchbox, laxatives in her coffee, and weed in her work boots. Isn't that just awful? That's not a practical joke, is it? This poor lady worked at Biffa Polymers, a recycling plant in Redcar. I beg your pardon, I thought it was from Australia. I don't know why there must be an Australian story. I do read the stories first. I might have got confused with something else there. Anyway, this Dagmar Kapundova, 45, worked at Biffa Polymers recycling plant in Redcar, North Yorkshire, for over a year, which time she claimed she was subject to multiple workplace attacks because her husband has a now nice Audi, an employment tribunal found. Dagmar, who was born in the Czech Republic, told the tribunal it was a silly thing. My husband has a nice car. His business is to sell and buy cars. All of us, even Polish families, were born in deep communism. So people are jealous when we have something. They ask, why do I have this and why do I work in a factory? Isn't that awful? She discovered poo in her lunchbox, had to make several dashes to the bathroom after her coffee was spiked with laxatives, had alcohol planted in her locker, had her work shoes soaked in wee, and someone also rummaged through her bag, the tribunal in Middlesbrough heard. What a dreadful thing to do. Someone said to her, hi, hey, Czech, you're here again? What do you want here? Don't worry, you're not going to be here very long. Isn't that awful? And they made cruel sexual jokes and even inappropriately touched her breasts. But some people are just really horrible, aren't they? God. The judge added, although her harassment claim was well founded, Biffa could not be found liable, that's the company, for sex or race discrimination. For that reason, Biffa can only compensate for the injury caused by the acts which were proved as being harassment. What an awful thing to do to someone when they're not liked. Just horrible people. Horrible, horrible people. Shocking. Right, what else have we got here? Right, there we go. Nothing interesting there. Onwards, boys and girls. Bride's wedding. Oh, wait till you see this. This looks really odd. Ladies, have you been married? I look forward to being married one day to another man. It may not ever happen. I wait and I wait for it to happen. There's nothing occurring. Nothing occurring. Promises of return phone calls, dates out in pubs, you know. I could be sitting there for someone for 10 minutes. Oh, I'm just going to the toilet. And then off they go to the toilet. And then 3 hours later, I'm still sitting there, eyes down at the ground, wondering what terrible thing has happened to this person. Did they fall down the toilet? They don't come back. I don't know why that is. Anyway, in the Daily Mirror this morning, let me just check if anyone needs a pee. Oh, hang on a minute. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. I see Peter's back. Let's just get rid of him. Let's just send him. I don't think you've had enough tea. Have some more tea, Peter. There you go, my darling. Bride's wedding. A picture of a bride-to-be's wedding gown was shared to Facebook, but not everyone is as keen. A woman's wedding dress has been brutally mocked online. Have you ever been brutally mocked online? What a terrible thing to happen to someone. A woman's wedding dress has been brutally mocked online with some people saying it looks like the bride-to-be has a wedgie. I don't know what a wedgie was, but when it comes to picking a wedding dress, it's not uncommon for brides to scrutinise over every detail before they pick one they're happy with. While some brides opt for a traditional design or simple and elegant fit, others like to add something a little different to make their dress stand out. Do you remember old Princess Di's dress? God rest her soul. Do you remember her? Beautiful dress. There she was, coming along in the car. Looked fantastic. And then she got out. My God, did that dress need ironing. I don't know whoever possessed someone to use material that looked so dreadfully creased up. It was awful, that wedding dress. Awful. While some brides, a picture of a woman's wedding dress was shared to Facebook. Now, I should take a picture of this in a moment. In the snap, the woman was standing with her back towards the camera to reveal some of its intricate detail. She chose a fitted corset to clinch in her waist with roses on the shoulder straps and a ruched, R-U-C-H-E-D, ruched skirt to accentuate her curvy figure. 3 light pink flowers had been placed right on the woman's behind. It does look really odd, this. Right, hang on a minute. Where's my phone gone? Okay, there's been a burglary. There's been a burglary. Someone's stolen my phone. Oh, hang on a minute, it's here. Oh, he's still there. He's still there next to my heart. Anyway, let's just bring up take another photo for you. I quite like this. Was Rachel's idea. There you go. That just doesn't look right, does it? Eh? Look at it. Look. It looks like she's holding them in with her bum. I done it. Why would someone want 3 roses up their bums? Mind you, if you speak to people that work in casualty, they've come across worse than that. I tell you that now. It's dreadful. Mandy, I've had it in work. I've had my locker broken into, hot tea pitted down my back. I was made to feel like I shouldn't be there. I'm sorry to hear that, Mandy. I don't find that amusing in the slightest. Just a dreadful, dreadful thing. Good morning to Michael Lawrence. Morning, Michael. Sharon looked like Princess Diana when she married Martin. She had lovely wedding dress. Yeah, she had a lovely wedding dress. They did like a vow renewal thing as well. So she kind of did it in the church twice. But yeah, she did a lovely wedding dress. I walked her down the aisle, my sister, on the second time because my dad had died, unfortunately. So I walked her down the aisle, yeah. I played the organ at the first time. And when she walked down the aisle, she had How Do You Solve a Problem Like Maria? Da 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 da. That's the one I played. We didn't have Here. Oh, did we have Here Come the Bride? Well, then it went into Here Comes the Bride, all fat and wide. That one. And no doubt the words will be changed for that soon, so that people who are overweight, like myself, are not offended. Guess what? We're not offended. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Mandy. That's a terrible thing to happen. Really awful. Do you rinse your plates? Another story in the Daily Mirror for you this morning. Rinsing your plates, putting them in the dishwasher, does more harm than good. Now, years ago, when I was a little boy, in the 1970s, 1980s, on Boxing Day, we all used to go round to one of our aunts and uncles. It would either be Auntie Shirley and Uncle John, who lived in Hertfordshire, Something Abbott, Kings Langley. They lived in Kings Langley, I think it was. Okay. Or it would be Uncle Terry and Auntie Marion's house, who lived in Walton-on-Thames. They had the really nice houses. We lived in a little council flat in Masonette in Roehampton, which we loved very much. But it wouldn't be big enough for the whole family. So that's where we used to go. And Auntie Marion, she had a dishwasher. Now, that was a very unusual thing at the time. Lots of people have got dishwashers now, you know. Lots of people have got... I've got one at my house. Not here. The only thing is, in here, it's a small sink. It's all caravans. Everything is a bit smaller, including the sink. So when you have a meal, you need to wash up straight away as you're going along. Otherwise, it all builds up. You've got nowhere to put it all. Well, the one thing that I made a bit of a mistake in the bathroom, really. When I first got the caravan, it was a full-size sink, okay? I had the bathroom done, and he said, well, you don't want a full-size one in here, do you? I'll get you a proper caravan sink. And a caravan sink is much smaller. Well, when you brush your teeth, it all goes on the floor. So now, when I brush my teeth, I meant to have a shave this morning. Sorry, I completely forgot to do that. I meant to do that this morning. If you have a shave or brush teeth, what tends to happen is half of it drips down onto the floor because the basin isn't big enough to catch it. If you put your head closer, your forehead's touching the wall. So what I now do is I take my towel off and just put it underneath the basin to catch all the drips. You make a terrible mess. So that was a mistake, that was. If you ever have your bathroom done out and you've got a caravan, don't have a caravan sink. Have a full-size sink put in to catch all those nasty little dirty drips that are falling down onto the floor. Okay? But Auntie Marion, she had a dishwasher. And what I couldn't understand was that on the Boxing Day, we'd all have dinner and then all the men would then go and do the washing up, right? It was a tradition. Except me, I'd be quite happy to sit with my mum. And they would rinse the plates before they put the dishwasher. And I used to say to my mum, why did they wash the plates before they put them in the dishwasher? And they actually looked really clean before they put them in the dishwasher. And I couldn't understand the point of that. Well, apparently you're not supposed to do it, according to the Daily Mirror. Australian cleaning expert. Do you know this person, Michael Pullman? Australian cleaning expert Ashley Airedale said there's absolutely no need to clean your plates before you put them in the dishwasher. The story says, rinsing your plates before loading them into the dishwasher is a trivial task that just seems to make sense, right? And as I've got older, I thought, well, yeah, because there might be big items in there on those plates that could possibly clog up your dishwasher, even though it's got filters in it. You know, the filter fills up with little bits of carrots and things like that, doesn't it? Well, if you rinse them off, that's not going to happen. However, it says, giving them a quick once-over rids the plate of leftover food, which stops a build-up of dirt in the machine and ensures that the load comes out clean. But apparently, you could be doing more harm than good. An Australian cleaning expert, Ashley Ardell, told ABC News there's absolutely no need to pre-rinse. Ashley says cleaning off your plates before you put them in the machine can result in them being just as dirty as they were when you first put them in. Apparently, most of our dishwashers are equipped with sensors. I'm detecting. Sensors are on. With sensors which can sense just how dirty the plates are. So when the cycle starts, your machine will wash your plates with jets which are strong enough to clean them thoroughly. You can get showers like that, you know. They have those showers at the business lounge in British Airways in Heathrow. Oh, how lovely they are. And various other business lounges all around the world at airports. They've got these showers. So you go up and you say, can I have a shower, please? And it's, yes, sir. You get a little razor, toothbrush, everything in a little bag. Then you go in your shower just before you go for your flight. It's lovely. And you go in these showers and it's all these buttons, you push them. And like jets fire out at you and steam and everything. Oh, it's wonderful, dear. You can buy those, a bit expensive. I've just got a bog standard showers I have. That's the one thing. When I had the bathroom done here, I had the shower done and the water heater replaced. Heidi Young, what a difference that made. My God. Because the shower, it was okay before, but it was a bit pathetic with the water coming out. Do you know what I mean? And certainly, because I come up here, of course, in the winter. In the winter, you had to turn the water heater. It was so old, that water heater. You had to turn it round so far that the water slowed down, you see, to keep it hot. Well, I had the water heater changed. They also had to change the gas pipes. What a difference that made. I now don't have the water heater on maximum heat anymore. You have to turn it down because otherwise it's too hot. But it was really good money spent, that was, the shower. And of course it comes out a decent, like having a power shower here now. In the Daily Mirror it says, if we pre-rinse them, Ashley says it may actually fool the dishwasher into thinking it only needs the lightest of washes, which explains why you're left with dirty dishes after a full cycle. Well, I never knew that. He said instead he suggests scraping any solid food into the bin before popping your dishes into the dishwasher, as is the machine will do the rest of the hard work. I mean, I don't leave food very, very rarely. I nearly had to leave some food last night. The size of the dinner that my nephew's wife gave me last night, it was just enormous. It was, I never had them before, cauliflower cheese things coated in breadcrumbs. Oh, they were delicious. But 3, Jesus, I'm shut, because I think it's very rude not to finish a meal. Really rude. So many times I've been out to a restaurant or somewhere, someone eats half the food and then walks off. And I'm like, wow, all that preparation has been done for that food, from the person picking the food or the animal that's been alive that you've just shoved half of it and you've just walked off and left it there. No, it's not for me. You won't find any food, very, very rare, in my bins ever. Just packaging. It says, if you've left your plates to sit for hours before starting the cycle, it might need a helping hand to loosen some of the dirt. Bridget Gardner, director of High Performance Cleaning, says if the dishes are coated in food containing proteins and carbs that tend to stick, such as milk, cereal or egg, they are left for hours or even days before washing. It's expected too much of the dishwasher. You're expecting too much of the dishwasher to actually remove that. So there we are. Do you... just a moment. Someone wants another tea break. Just a moment. There we go. Another little tea break for Peter, right? You look a bit dehydrated this morning, to be honest, Peter. So I'll give you a lot of cups of tea. Okay, my love? I'll give you a lot of cups of tea. Parknest says it's a waste of water. Just scrape the plates first. That's what we were just saying in the story there. Thank you, Parknest. Hope you're well today, by the way, sir. Mark Bowles has got a dishwasher. Her name is Tina. Her name will be Chris soon, my darling. Have you told her? Have you broken the bad news? Well, probably she thinks it's good news that you're going to leave her for me. I would imagine that is the case. Mike Reese, I never understood why people rinse plates off before putting them in the dishwasher. Yeah, my aunt, they all did that in Walton-on-Thames. At my aunt's house, I found it very strange, really. But nevertheless, people do what they do. Just use paper plates. Oh, Mark, no. I mean, the gravy just spills everywhere, doesn't it? And there you are. It's it's all right at a wedding. A wedding where you've got the wedding buffet. Oh, I love the wedding buffet. The wedding buffet. And there you are, carefully holding that little plate of your vol au vents, sausage rolls, the crisps, and that great big lump of coleslaw that you've just taken out of that bacteria-filled thing. Carefully taking it over to your little wooden trellis table in a scout hut, and with your plastic forks, and you put the fork in, and the prongs break off, don't they? How much do we all hate plastic knives and forks? They are absolutely ghastly. They do wooden ones, They do disposable wooden knives and forks. In fact, even down in Skegness, at the Trawler's Catch, I haven't been there for months now, where we used to go to have fish and chips. I used to have baked beans and chips. And even in there, the plastic knives and forks. My auntie Brenda, she got through 5 sets of them while trying to eat fish and chips. Every time she put this fork in, it just snaps. But occasionally they've got wooden ones there, and they work really well. They don't snap. Not only that, you can bury them and they disintegrate into the ground, not like they're awful plastic things. And there you are at a wedding, carefully, just snap. Oh, another fork, please. And then you might not notice it snap, and then you get a mouthful. Very dangerous, really, when you think about it. If you've broken a fork in something and not realise, and then you put that thing in your mouth, that thing will go straight through the roof of your mouth, wouldn't it? A bit of plastic, if you chewed down on it hard enough. I'm always very, very careful when I'm chewing down hard. I really am. You don't want to damage your mouth. Wooden one probably wouldn't do that. They don't break, as we noted at the Trawler's Catch in Skegness. So that's all right with paper plates there. But at home, Mark, you carry it there. Maybe you put a bit of gravy in it, and you put gravy on, so you've affected the quality of the plate. Just as you get to the chair, the plate disintegrates, and you've got a lap full of gravy and food. Over will come the dog to lick it all off you. Either the dog or me, one of the two. Jason, let's have a look there. Jason Hughes. Look how they talk about their wives on this channel, ladies. Aren't they rude, these fellas? Look, same here. I've had mine for 25 years and she's still hanging in there. That's how they talk about their wives. Aren't they awful? Awful. Mandy, I think pain and suffering needs to be issued to some of these lads today. I think they're so big, don't they, some of these lads? I'll tell you that now. Ghastly. Absolutely awful. Did you appear on Martin and Sharon's wedding video? Yes. That was me playing the organ in a white jacket. I made a brief appearance in that. Daniel Holmes, morning. Plastic forks are okay, but plastic knives are literally pointless. No, they're just so weak. And you know, you use them once, then they get sent to landfill, and they are there for hundreds of years. Dreadful state of affairs, really. Dreadful. Morning to David Fryer, joining us. Morning, David Fryer. Lick, lick. Not you, David. We're just talking about gravy, if you missed that part of the show there. There's a new plane on the horizon, and it's Old Virgin again. They really are pushing ahead with technology, I think. Virgin and who's that American bloke? Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Very clever people. They're trying to push forward with technology. Also, if they get it right, you know, let's be honest, they'll make an awful lot of money as well. But the world needs very rich people on the planet. It needs rich people who have not people that will keep all the money to themselves and never spend it again, like some people are. But it needs rich people to move forward humanity. And there's a couple of people who do this. Richard Branson's one of them. You know, Richard Branson's one of them, and Elon Musk is the other. I have great admiration for these people. Great admiration. Virgin Galactic has unveiled plans for a new superjet that could whisk passengers from London to New York in an hour and a half. Wow. The unnamed aircraft, to be developed in collaboration with Rolls-Royce, will fly at 60,000 feet and hit a top speed of 2,300 miles per hour. These are my favourite sort of news stories. I love anything like this. Because, of course, we had Concorde. I think it was a bit more than an hour and a half. I don't know how long it took you to fly to America on Concorde. And then they had that disaster and they just grounded them all. And I thought that was a real big step backwards. That being said, I mean, the planes were quite old and the technology would have been quite old as well. I've been on a prototype Concorde. There's an aircraft museum in Surrey, Broad something or other, Brooklands Museum in Surrey, where I've been there, and they have a prototype Concorde there, and you can go up it and have a look around, and there's a lot of, and it really looks old-fashioned, dials and little pipes everywhere. Amazing, really. But they stopped it, and there was nothing to replace it, was there? You know, when I had that terrible disaster, all those people died. Anyway, the story goes on. An hour and a half is fast enough to cross the Atlantic in a third of the time it takes a commercial airliner or zip from the UK to Sydney in under 6 hours. You could go to Australia in under 6 hours. How fantastic would that be? It says only up to 19 passengers will fit on one of the high-tech planes, though no date has been set for a maiden voyage or even a test flight. Virgin Galactic had previously announced it was working with NASA on a supersonic vehicle. The designs were finally revealed on Monday. And it says, we are excited to unveil this initial design concept of high-speed aircraft, said Virgin Galactic Chief Space Officer George Whiteside. Here is a picture, and it looks amazing. And it doesn't look much different to Concorde. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, wow. But only 19 passengers. I mean, that's going to cost an arm and a leg to go on that. I suppose business people would have the money to fly on something like that. It says we envision the vehicle blending safe and reliable commercial travel with an unrivaled customer experience. Virgin Galactic said its designs were released following the completion of a concept review with the help from NASA. The firm announced a partnership with Rolls-Royce to design and develop the craft's engines. Once completed, the speeds will travel at 3 times the speed of sound, or about 2,301 miles an hour. It's amazing that. It says, we've made great progress so far, and we look forward to opening up a new frontier in high-speed travel. But only 19 people. 19 people on that, gosh. Because he's got that other thing that's going to fly up into space, isn't he, as well? Virgin Galactic, where you go up in above the Earth and look down through the little windows. That'd be quite good. Yes, I remember Park Nest, Virgin, Sue Richard, wanted to buy all the Concorde aircraft. I remember that. But they wouldn't sell it to him for some reason, would they? I don't know why. Very, very strange, really. I think possibly if Virgin had bought the I think probably the reason is if Richard Branson had bought the Concords and made a success of it, it would have embarrassed British Airways. And I think probably because there was a lot of people there was a lot going on there, wasn't there, at the time? Do you remember that? In the sort of 80s and 90s between Virgin and British Airways. There was a lot of rowing going on between the two of them. But I think now they kind of just, I think they've all got to be in the same boat at the moment. I wouldn't like to own an airline at this point. Losing money hand over fist, aren't they? I don't know there. Let's just scroll up there. Oh, right, okay, right, that's it. You're going again. One more stupid comment, Peter, and you're blocked. Last warning. I don't know how many more warnings you want. One more stupid comment and you're blocked. Although the block will happen after the super chat on Thursday because you've bought tickets. How are we doing? Let's do today's raffle tickets, boys and girls. We're doing the raffle tickets. Anyone want a raffle ticket for, when is it? For Monday's raffle, please speak now. Oh, gorgeous ones. We're trying to have a little bit of a laugh here in the morning, and I just get fed up with stupidness, so I'm not having it anymore. Last chance. You come back and just start behaving yourself the same as everyone else. Right, here we go. Raffle tickets. Who wants a raffle tickets? Please speak now, oh gorgeous ones, or forever hold thy tongue. Come along for the quiz tonight as well. Quiz at 8 o'clock tonight, okay? Airbus wouldn't continue to offer technical support for Concorde. That's one of the reasons it was withdrawn. Was it built by Airbus? I didn't even know that. Do you know, I didn't know that, Park Nest. Didn't know that. Okay, here we go. Maureen, 271. David Fryer, 272. Hello to Single Yin Lee. Oh, how are you today? Fran Green, 273. Daniel Holmes, 274. Michael Lawrence, 275. Michael Pullman, 276. Diane Jebb, 277. Mick Davenport, 278. Michael Pullman, Diane Jebb. What's gone wrong here? Mick Davenport. John Aitken, 279. Denise Andrews, 280. Denise Andrews, 280. Dr. Gregorian. Good morning to Dr. Gregorian. 281 for you. Jason Hughes, 282. Andy, 283. Tony King, 284. Mark Bowles, 285. Oh, we got the things to show. Oh, I haven't shown you those things yet, have I? Got things to show you. Sprinter Van, morning Sprinter Van, 286 for you, my friend. Sprinter Van, 286. Single Lee. Oh, do you want a time out as well, Dr. Gregorian? Do you want to go for a cup of tea, Dr. Gregorian? Joe Woodrove, 287. AMS Clark, 288. You saw my legs, did you, today, Mark? Yesterday? Yes, I made an appearance. Hello to Terry, 289. Right, okay. Anyone missed out from the raffle tickets? Please let us know. Meanwhile, let's show you these pictures this morning. First of all, Paulie H has sent in this. There he is. He has just received his United Kingdom Talk t-shirt. The United Kingdom Talk t-shirt has been received by the delightful Paulie H. There you go. He's happy with that. Good fit, isn't it? Good fit. I love the sunflowers behind. He's obviously a bit of a grower of bits and pieces there. So thanks so much for sending those in. All right. As always, gang, if you've got anything you want to send in, just send it through to the email. No more than 2 pictures, please, boys and girls. Otherwise, it becomes a little bit too much, okay? Just a couple of pictures. Send them through unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. There's 2 tickets, Gary Ross. Let me give you 2 tickets for 290, Gary Ross. Ticket number 290 for you. Okay. Right. And John Parrish sent in a couple of pictures. He's designed his very own United Kingdom Talk designer underwear. Look at that. Dear me. I think he's used one of my stickers. Not a lot going on there, really, is there, John? But never mind. Is that the back or the front? I'm not quite sure which. Is that the... Is that the back? That looks like the back is for you. Is that the back of you or the front of you, my love? Not quite sure. So thanks very much to John Parrish for sending those in there, boys and girls. Let's just do another raffle ticket for Shania Steele. Thank you. 291 Shania. And Peter Wright, 292. There we go. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone for the raffle tickets. And just before we go into this morning's bingo video, I was around my nephew's yesterday, and he's built himself a little bit of a studio, a little bit of a television video studio production suite, a little shed. Have a look at this. Well, millions of people all over the world, we're now at Gary Butler's house, known as Scrap It Man, to visit his brand new television video studio recording production suite. Here's Gary Butler at the moment, and Harry Butler, his assistant. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Who is it?
Say, what have we got to say? No touching coronavirus. Say it. No touching coronavirus. Say it. Phaser locked on target. Say it.
You can't touch
Fire!
virus.
What? Come on, Gary, come and show us. Pardon? So you bought this, the shed wasn't like, what do you call it? Like pre-made or anything, was it?
No, I built
That's
that
from bits of wood.
from bits of wood.
Yeah, okay, good.
No, interesting.
Very nice, and you've just done the
Grass.
new wooden thing. What's this called? Wooden
Decking.
decking, that's it. Decking, lovely, very nice. Let's see, they've got a hot tub thing as well. Do you leave that on in the winter?
Yeah.
But I mean, would you go out? I suppose you would, wouldn't you? You could.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Right. Let's have a look into the brand new. Is there a name for these studios? Is it like about to be opened, like a ribbon? Is that why I've been brought over, like as the celebrity ready to open it, or have you got Gemma Collins coming?
It's closed now.
Oh.
Shuts at 3 o'clock.
Let's open the door then. Come on. Yes.
Hey, finished.
Here we are. Oh yes. Oh yes. The brand new Scrap It Man television studio complex with tools. Oh, I love. Oh, check out the flooring, boys and girls. We like bright colours. Is that in pieces, or it's just one piece of lino? Is it?
Yeah, I didn't join them all together.
That's great. I love it.
I've got you a new car for next year.
I love it. There's my car. How long would it take me? How many miles an hour is that?
5, I think.
5 miles an hour. So 5 miles an hour and about 150 miles to get home. How many days would that take?
All day.
Anything you got?
Sticker there, look.
Oh, yeah.
Not the
Oh.
new one.
A little bit disappointed. That's not in the middle, is it? Really? I think you see there's the studio. Let me look. But it should be here, really. Captain Jack's is in the middle. Disappointed with that.
There it
Never
is.
mind, but there we are. All your bits and pieces. You built this yourself, did you, on here?
Yeah,
It's an old spare
that's
bit
on my
from somewhere,
channel.
is it?
Eh? That's alright, I'll turn it.
Are you coming to show us as well, Harry? He's
So
busy.
yeah, just got to put some new sockets up.
That's
tomorrow.
excellent. And you got some lights in here?
We'll have tomorrow.
What about lights for the show? Have you got any of those?
I've got that strip
Just the
light.
strip
and then-
lights?
No, and I've got these two here.
Oh, now these are the ring lights. Oh, go on, give us a demonstration, because I was thinking of getting one of those.
I'll
I
have to
quite
do it-
like those.
I'll
Perhaps I
have to
could
do it
borrow that
inside.
one to try it out.
I'll have to do it inside, I'll show you. Because I haven't got power in here yet.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much for the showing us the studios, Gary. Could I borrow this tonight, please? Thank you.
Right there, look.
Could I borrow that tonight? Do you think?
My tree.
Oh, yes. Coloured tree. Here's the evil ones. Now, evil ones, I have something for you. I don't know if I should... Are they allowed to have these? Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Do you think you can get them?
Mate, you can't get the
Now, I haven't got any for myself, so I have to have 3 each from you both. There you go. Do I get a thank you?
Thank you.
The light.
But we can't have kisses. Why can't we have cuddles?
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at this light then.
So you've got that light.
Well, that's
And
quite
you've got
bright,
that
isn't
light.
it?
I
That's
like the
quite
other one.
bright. I like
Other
it.
one.
Might have to get one.
I think about £11.99, isn't it?
Band.
£12.
Could I borrow that to see how it looks
USB
tomorrow?
though.
Yeah, that's all right. Just then you can have it back tomorrow.
No.
Unless I buy it off you.
You
No.
mean you want to rent it?
What do you mean rent it?
We don't borrow stuff, we rent.
Well, I can rent it, yeah, for 2 bags of fudge.
No, you can
Oh,
have it
Thank
for
you very
£10.
much. While we're here, can we just have a quick look at Evie? Olivia. Similar name, that's why I got confused there. And as you can see, the wife of Gary Butler, as usual, sitting here relaxing, having her hair done.
Yeah.
Having her hair done. Having her hair... That's it, yes. Having her hair done with the lovely hairdryer.
Ow.
Hairdryer. Oh, God. Should have had rehearsal first. Thank you, Harry. 3, you've got to give me 3. Thank you very much, Gary Butler, for the tour around the brand new Scrap It Man television studios.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I have indeed got the light with me today, which we've been trying it out, and I'm very, very impressed with this light. Who's the other fellow who does the... there's a couple of YouTube videos on here, but I highly recommend this light. This is the light I'm actually using this morning. I took a little picture of it earlier for you to see. Where is it now? There we go. Oh, well, that's Gary's light. It's right in front of me today. In fact, if I hold this in a certain way, there you go. You'll be able to see it reflecting on there. There you go. That's right in front of me today. Very impressed indeed. I do have 2 lights above me here as well. Would you be interested in seeing what it's like without those 2 on as well? Just so that's that light on its own. Let's turn those off. Right. And what's been happening is that I've got a... There we are. So all we've got now on is Gary's light. So that's a slightly different effect there now, isn't it? Nothing else is lit. It's made my face look really red. My guess is that's to do with the camera setting because I've changed the lighting in here. So let's see if we can do something with that and see what happens. Okay, focus. Oh, not the focus. It'd probably be I would imagine the white balance. Let's try that. No, that's not made any difference. Oh, yes, it has, hasn't it? So actually, turn something down. Something's not right with it there. There you go. How's that? No, not that one. Saturation. I could turn that down a little bit there. So that's the little light on its own. And there's something missing there. You do need the other two lights on, don't you? Hey, morning to Tom Ryan. Oh, that's a new person there. Morning, Tom. Welcome to the show. Hello to Tom. So that's with the lights off. I'll turn them back on again. You'll see the difference. Right. Yeah, you do need those other ones on as well, I think. There's a definite difference between those, but I can get a couple of electrical. There you go. Yes, absolutely. You need those other lights on, otherwise it looks a bit odd. Now I've got to just readjust that now. Hang on, it's just a case of clicking a thing and letting it set itself. There you go. That's worked. That worked quite easy. You definitely need those on, don't you? Those other ones. All right. Can Gary round and build me a shed, please? Well. I mean, I may be able to ask him for a little favour myself. I'm not quite sure what I will do there. Any advice on getting old, says Tom Ryan. Yeah, just go with it, mate. I'm 57 now, and I'm quite happy being 57, to be honest. There is an age, there's a changeover age, which I found really difficult. Really difficult going from sort of, I don't know, being able to run around and do anything you want with no aches and pains whatsoever, and also loads of people fancying you, and then it suddenly stops. I found that really difficult because I hope you don't mind me saying this, I was quite good looking in my younger days, and there was quite a lot of offers going on as well. Unfortunately, there were so many offers that I could never make up my mind which one. So therefore, I sit here alone. But I found that really difficult. Some of the boys and girls on here, I'm sure, had the same. Some people would have found it easy, especially if you've got someone in your life. I think that makes it a lot easier. You know, if you've been with someone since a young age and they're there with you as you get older, I think that makes it a lot easier. If you're on your own, I found that really difficult. It was a period of a few years going from sort of youthfulness to middle-aged. I found really difficult, but got through it, and it's fine. But you need to go with it. Oh, hang on, what have I just done there? I nearly exited that. All right. Anything saying anything there? You can't have your shed there, my love. Little Tom, right? Did you say it was your birthday, Tom? Have I missed something here? Ah, beg your pardon. Sorry, I haven't gone that far up, Tom. I do beg your pardon. Happy birthday today. Tom today is 22 years old. That means you get special treatment if you're with us live for your birthday, you know. You actually get a birthday song sung to you as well as being in the birthdays, which I'm about to do. So here is your special live birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tom. Happy birthday to you. All right, Tom, happy birthday, sir. Where are you, by the way, Tom? Whereabouts are you? You haven't told us where you are yet. And while we're on the subject of birthdays, let's do the other birthdays today, boys and girls. Happy birthday on this, Tuesday, the 4th of August, 2022. Kitty Watkins. Lovely name. Kitty Watkins. 34 today. Happy birthday, Kitty. Julie Mason. Good morning, Julie. Happy birthday to Julian. Julie, 42 today. Callum Roberts today is 36. Rocco Ross, happy birthday to you. Christopher Sanderson, a young 62 today. Happy birthday, Christopher. Michael Toppin. I had the absolute pleasure to work with him so many years. Very, very talented man. Plays keyboards, makes up songs. Very talented. Happy birthday to Michael Topping on this Tuesday. Karen Kodish. She's a professional photographer. Does weddings and things like that. She used to be one of our little girls who used to come into the black cap. Delightful lady. Happy birthday to you. Christopher R. Lloyd. Good morning. Happy birthday. And Narindar. Narindar. Oh, my little friend from Chiswick, Ealing area. A big happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to each and every one of you. And of course, Tom Ryan, who's with us live this morning. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All right. Happy birthday, girls and boys. There you go. Tom's in Newcastle. Well, yes, I had a friend in Newcastle some years ago now. Had to go through that little tunnel, you know, follow me, that little lorry that goes in that tunnel. Where was he? Whitley Bay? Does that sound right? Whitley Bay, somewhere like that, I think it was, up near Newcastle. Good. Okay, boys and girls, it's time for our daily game of bingo. Now, if you're new to the channel, a warm welcome along to you. We have a little bit of a chat show each morning. We also do a bingo game at the end of the show. We're right at the very end of the show now, so we're about to play just one game of bingo. The prize is nothing magnificent, I'm afraid. It's an extra raffle ticket. It's an extra raffle ticket. Those of you who've already got raffle tickets there, or waiting to go in there, okay? It's an extra raffle ticket that will go in the pot, the same as all these other ones, which gives you an extra chance to win our weekly prize of a fridge magnet, okay? That is the prize. Incidentally, Maori, if Maori's watching today, have you gone back to your house yet? Because she lost a fridge magnet in the post somewhere. It didn't get to her. So if you're there now, Maori, just pop us an email to that email address and I'll send you one. If you're new to the channel and you want to join us either for our daily game of bingo, which happens right at the end of the show, or on Sunday night, we have a whole night of bingo. We have 6 games, various little prizes. That's on Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Then send us an email to that email address there, just below there, okay, saying please add me to either the weekday bingo or the Sunday bingo, or both, and I'll be happy to add you on there. Just to let you know, if we play the bingo and you win and you don't claim the prize, because it's up to you to claim, if you don't shout bingo in the chat box and we have to move on, then you come off the list. It's not a punishment. Otherwise, it gets really complicated at the top there with loads of people not turning up, which is what happened Sunday, incidentally. I've been thinking about dealing with that another way, actually, as I mentioned on the show yesterday, in that we'll play the game, and if no one turns up for that prize, we just move on to the next game. That would keep it moving, because at the moment it's getting stuck with people not being there for the prize. You know, they haven't told me they're going to be there, so we might do that as well. So as well as falling off the system, if you don't turn up, I'll also just move straight on to the next game to keep it moving. All right, I think we're going to do that. Not yet. We'll just see how it goes over the next couple of weeks. We may have just had a bad week with loads of people not playing, but they won't be on there next week unless they've told me. All right, John lived near Whitley Bay in Northumberland. Used to take my dog Max for walks along the beach 20 years ago. My mum had a dog called Max. Yeah, my mum had a dog called Max. It wasn't clear. It wasn't. Bye-bye, Mike Responso. It wasn't fond of me, and I wasn't fond of it. But nevertheless, they loved that dog, and he was lucky to have my mum. She really looked after the dog and anyone else or anything else that was ever ill. My mum was a carer, you know, not a paid carer. That was just her thing. She liked to care for people, and she did it very well. Anyway, on to the bingo then, boys and girls, okay? Get your bingo cards out. Okay? We are the... Oh, I've got a misprint there, have I? Look at that. We've got the game that says Daily It says Daily Tuesday the 4th of the 8th, 20, approximately 10 a.m. Are you ready? We're going to play that now. Okay? Get your bingo cards out, everyone. You need to cross off all the numbers on your ticket to win. And as soon as you've won, shout bingo in the chat box. Or text it on our little texting number, which is in the top left-hand corner. 07551 259 675. Okay? Oh, just a moment. Let's see who this is. Who's that now? Just one. Hello? Hello there. I'm just a little bit busy at the moment. Could you call me back in about half an hour, please, sir? Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. 247 Home Rescue. I've got a landlord's boiler and central heating plan thing, you know. And they're called back because they want the money, you see. The only people that don't call back are people with complaints, aren't they? Right, okay. All right, so 1.5 minutes to claim. You'll see a little clock come up. As always, if you don't claim your prize, you come off the system. And if you want to go back on it, you've got to request it again, all right? Here we go then. Eyes down. And your first number. Let's bring up the bingo board. There it is. As the numbers get called out, they'll be crossed off the board. And your first number. 4 and 7, 47. 1 and 8, 18. I was going to say sweet 18 then, not 18. 1 and 2, 12. Good morning to Peter Palawoda, just joining us there. 60, blind 60. 3 and 8, 38. 6 and 7, 67. All the threes are 33. 5 and 4, 54. Who's going to win today? 2 and 6, 26. 4 and 1, 41. 8 and 9, 89. 6 and 2, 62. 4 and 2, 42. 8 and 6, 86. 1 and 3, unlucky for some, 13. 1 and 9, 19. All on its own, number 3. 7 and 1, 71. 8 and 5, 85. 2 and 3, 23. 5 and 7, 57. All on its own, number 7. Top of the shop, blind 90. 1 and 7, 17. 5 and 8, 58. 3 and 6, 36. 2-0, blind 20. 7 and 4, 74. 3 and 7, 37. How's it going, everyone? Anyone close yet? No, you're not. 7 and 5, 75. 7 and 8, 78. 1 and 5, 15. 8 and 7, 87. Are you close yet, Mark? I'm getting close. I'm getting close. All the 7s, 77. 4 and 9, 49. 3 and 5, 35. Oh, poor Mick Davenport. Nothing for you today, darling. You never know. You could come up from the rear end. All the 6s, 66. Clickety click. Oh, yes, I meant to mention that. My brother-in-law's got a new car. Beautiful car. Blue Mondeo. It's so clean. It's so clean. It's old. I think about... Oh, no, I don't want to say the number in case you cross it off. Oh, yeah, that number's gone. It's about 17 years old, this car. It's so clean. The paintwork, the beautiful interior, and it sounds nice. Do you know what I mean? But it's so quiet. Mondeo, it is. Beautiful car. You can see that on his channel. I don't know what channel it's on. Either Retro Restore or Butler's Empire. Or there's another one. I can't remember what the other one's called now. I think it might be on the Retro Restore. No, that don't sound right. Probably on the Butler's Empire channel. Oh, someone knows. Someone tell us where that is. Thank you. It's excellent. 7 and 3, 73. All on its own, number 9. 4-0, blind 40. 1 and 6, sweet 16. Gary Ross loves Fords. I had loads of Fords, Escorts and things like that. I had a Capri. I had a Capri once. An awful car to drive. Great big long nose. Awful. 1 and 6, 16. 7 and 9, 79. 6 and 9, 69. What was the car I really wanted? I wanted a Cortina. Do you remember those? Ford Cortina. Great big things they were. About 1 mile to the gallon, wasn't it? Or something like that. Oh, they were awful. But, yeah, I loved the Cortinas. 4 and 6, 46. I didn't have one. 7-0, blind 70. How rude is that? Gary Ross, have Martin and Sharon tested out the back seats yet? What, at their age? They have to be helped in. Poor old souls, bless them. You want to see them getting in the car. Takes them about, must take them 26 minutes to get in the car. 2 fat, morbidly obese Chris's, 88. Terry, I can imagine you having a Skoda. I had a Lada. I loved it, actually, this old Lada. And I had an FSO Polonaise. Worst car I ever had. Oh, it was dreadful, that car. FSO Polonaise. Mark Bowles had an Escort convertible. How lovely. Can we get on with this, please, dear? 5 and 6, 56. See, we can't do this on a Sunday, muck around. I like mucking around. You know that. 3 and 4, 34. I wonder how much the Cortinas are now. 5-0, blind 50. Could you have it converted to be electric? I just like the size of them. They were big, weren't they? 8 and 4, 84. Do you know what someone said to me outside the pub once? Why? Because I've got a RAV4. Toyota. Very economical. Very economical. 56 miles to the gallon. More sometimes. Honestly, really economical, my car. But it's quite big. Someone says to me, why have you got such a big car, Chris? And I'm like, because I can. Stupid question. Denise says Ladas are very reliable. Did Orton have a Lada? I thought it was an excellent car. Russia, wasn't it? They were Russian. All on its own, number 6. Mick Davenport had a load of Cortinas. Lovely they were. Parkness, did you have an FSO? Did you have an FSO Polonaise? They were absolute. I'll tell you what went wrong with it after the bingo. All on its own, number 6. 7 and 2, 72. Shut up, Mark. 4 and 3, 43. Don't want to go for a cup of tea, do you, Mark, by any chance, darling? All the 4s, 44. There's loads of room in the back of my car, Mark. Gordon's Den, number 10. Oh, he didn't have one. What car have you got then, Mick, again? It don't do that, does it? Is it part electric? 3 and 1, 31. 1 and 4, 14. 8 and 1, 81. Isn't this a long game? All on its own, number 1. All on its own, number 2. Gary Ross has got a Googa, and a van. He's got 2s. Greedy, that is. 4 and 8, 48. 5 and 2, 52. 2 little ducks, 22. Parkness Polonez. It reminded him of the larder. The lads? Is that a misspelling there, Parkness? Can you just come back to us with that? 2 little ducks, 22. Quack, quack. 3 and 9, 39. 5 and 3, 53. 6 and 8, 68. I only drive diesels and use the red. What, in your car? Well, you get done for that, Gary. 6 and 1, 61. Oh, it's a Peugeot. That's right, yeah. Diesel. 5 and 1, 51. I had diesels for years until they started mucking around with the tax and all that on it. So I gave up after that. 2 and 9, 29. Oh, Port and Lure here. Wow. Not impressed. Port and Lure, not impressed. 6 and 4, 64. 3-0 blind 30. All the ones, legs 11. 5 and 9, 59. 3 and 2, 32. Oh, we got a winner. All on its own, little number 4. We have a winner on number 4. Are they here? Let's bring up the clock. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds to claim your prize. 1 minute and 30 seconds to claim your prize. Oh, yeah, baby. So, yes, the Polonaise reminded him of the larder. No, I don't agree. I don't go along with that. The Polonaise was the most unreliable car I've ever... It was dreadful. The larder on the Unveiled was really old. It was hand-painted black and white. I kid you not. This car was hand-painted black and white, and it never let me down. Joe! Joe is calling bingo, and Joe is indeed the winner. Let's get rid of the clock. Where is the clock? There it is. Well done, Joe. Round of applause for Joe. Right, let's read you her numbers if you want to check them on the screen there. 4 was the last number, actually. 7, 11, 16, 26, 33, 36, 46, 51, 52, 68, 70, 79, 81 and 87. Congratulations to young Joe. All right, my love. Well done, Joe. Yeah, pleased for you. You get an extra raffle ticket, Joe. All right, darling? Which is number 293. Always remember, gang, you need to write these numbers down. Joe Wood... I've got your surname now. Woodrofe. Woodrofe. Joe Woodrofe. 293. There you go. Just under half Peter's one there, Joe. All right. So they'll be going in our little raffle ticket holder there. Thanks very much. I hope you enjoyed our little daily game of bingo. I think it's added something, isn't it, to the end of the show. I quite like doing this there. Poor Mark needed number 83 for ages. But Mark, you've won me many years ago, darling. Many years ago. Many years ago. So with the FSO Polonaise, it would choke up. It was all right on long runs, as long as I kept moving. As soon as I hit traffic, it would start choking up. And it was in and out of this car dealer. Now, where was it? Greenford in London. That was the FSO place. They were dirt cheap. I had it new, you see. That's what I saw. I was like 26 years old and I owned a brand new car. They were like £4,000 to buy. I'm sure it was about £4,000 to buy new. And of course I had to take a loan because that was a lot of money then. That would have been 80... What's that noise? Oh, it's raining. Oh, it started raining outside. Well, it's definitely raining out there. Yeah, and this thing would just keep choking, and I had to take it to and from blooming Greenford all the time. And they'd say, well, we've cleaned out the carburetors, they were a bit dirty, see how it goes. The times I went in, and I actually sold it and traded it in before I'd finished paying for it. I hated it that much. I thought it was overheating, so I attached a switch where the electric fan was, so I could manually turn the fan on and off as soon as I hit traffic. Made no difference at all, and they never found out what was wrong with it. They never really fixed it. So that was my experience of an FSO Polonaise. Not really, wouldn't advise anyone to buy one of those. I know Polish people. I knew Polish people who said that they were the most popular cars in Poland and sort of around there. But for me, no, never again. But the Lada, completely opposite to that. It was noisy. The footwell used to fill up with water whenever it rained. But it was absolutely reliable, as Denise Andrews has said there. You know, one of those things. Anyway, gang, it's been, as Mark Bowles, it's been an emotional programme today, boys and girls, an emotional programme. Thank you very much for chatting away this morning. I'll be back with you tonight at 8 o'clock for our quiz night. 8 o'clock is quiz time tonight. Please don't be late. Tell all your friends and come along and we'll have a little quiz party tonight. Are you excited? I am. See you later. Cheerio.